Because I think it's Boom Studios that had. Did you read Mercy?
No.
So they've got an artist.
Bear in mind, I am new to all this still.
this is my main thing. So you're new to it all, but yet you've jumped in straight with the indie comics, which is for a new comic book reader. Your initial thought was Boom Studios are killing it. It's like you got 5 doors in front of you, and you're kind of, that's the most appealing one.
I know.
So for you, indie comics are appealing because you've said it's the emotional ties, it's the good stories, the shock value, and everything.
Yeah. Do you know why though?
Why?
Why I chose indie over DC and Marvel is purely because of the huge runs. And like, I know people say, oh, you can jump in here, you can jump in there. But in my head, I can't. No. Like, so the only DC I'll read is Flash. So I started reading Flash. I downloaded like the first issue. I got them. I just went for them all. I started going through all of them. And then this was probably about 3-4 years ago. And I was just ticking away. Like on my lunch break, I'd read one in work and like go home, read one on my laptop. And, you know, and I'm still going through it now. I'm currently on the New 52 stuff. And I'm reading the Forever Evil stuff. But I'm not just reading the Forever Evil book. I'm reading the whole 77 issue run. I'm reading all the tie-ins. I'm doing everything with that. So that's what made me go towards the indie side, because they are a lot shorter stories and I can pick them up in a couple of months and I can just read them all and get a whole story there. So it was that made me, I was intimidated, to be honest, for that kind of thing. And that's what's pushed me over to the indie side. And I'm like, this stuff here is actually really good. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it.
No, it is. I mean, I think is it Once and Future Day? Is it 12 issues? Like the last issue comes out tomorrow.
Is that it?
I think it is 12 issues.
Is that the final issue?
I mean, I don't think it's much.
No.
I'm not sure. It might not be, but I mean, I don't really think Boom Studios has ever gone over 12 or 14 issues for a complete run.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's kind of their niche. They kind of tie it in.
Yeah. A lot of stories. That's cool. A lot of stories. I think Boom Studios, all I've got at the moment is 7 Secrets, Once and Future, Something is Killing the Children, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I've loved them all. I think that's like, that is reinforcing me then as well to go and get more indie stuff, because especially from Boom, because everything I've read has nailed it. Like, obviously, they've got a couple of things out which aren't quite tickling my fancy. Like I'm sure people love these other books. Like you've got Wind, looks a bit too young for me. You've got Lumberjanes. Isn't that like 70? Is that Boom? Isn't that like 70 odd issues?
Yeah. So Wind, I've got all 3 issues of it, but I picked it up because I liked the cover art, and obviously it is. Who is it? It's the writer of Batman. It is James Tynion.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's writing it, and I thought, if he's doing something in Batman, I want to see it transcend over. But
He also did Something Killing the Children as well, didn't he?
Which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, which is mental. But you haven't read Wind, so you've got all 3.
I've got all 3, but I haven't read it. So this is kind of what I do. I kind of pick them up. I think I'm going to read that, and then I kind of get swayed into something else.
Yeah, stuff that takes your fancy a bit more. I think I was speaking to Phil about this on the last episode, where like he picks up like quite a few books every week, but his priority is Thor, Venom, and then like a nice indie one that he's picked up for that week as well. So I think I know what you mean. Like at the moment, my pull list isn't that big yet, but it's going to be in the next month or two. But I know what you mean. Like things you're getting them. You go, like it's interesting, but I want to read this stuff first. Yeah, and then it just gets put on the back burner, and I'm sure you will get to it, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, I'm sure you'll be able to pass on to someone who does enjoy it. But
I do need to shrink down my pull list quite a bit, because I've noticed in the last couple of months I'm picking up comics that I'm going to get around to reading it, and I don't, and it's just like I never get around to reading it. So it was just when I was flicking through the comics today, I was like, I haven't even read that, and yet I've got the full run here. Or do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Collected a full run. You haven't even read anything yet.
yeah, I'm not even interested in it. Like, I'm not a Flash fan. I'm not. It's not something I've got into. But
That's
I've
okay.
got 30 or 40 Flash comics in there that I've never read. I've just picked them up because it was like an In-Hyuk Lee variant, or it was a, do you know,
Derek Chew
or a Ron Lin variant, and I'm like, I'm just going to pick up because I like it. But
just looks nice.
Yeah, it does look nice, and I've got no interest in the story. But I'm sure it's a good comic. I've just never got around to reading it.
Well, that's okay. That's all right.
Thank you.
that's okay. I forgive you. Don't worry.
Thanks,
I
mate.
like the Flash. No problem. But yeah, I was also saying this to Phil last week as well. Like, you know, like people have their interest, like, you know, characters and books they like to follow and stuff, and then you've got other people who just don't like comics. But my
people.
But my answer to that is, it's not that you don't like comics. You just haven't found a comic you like.
Do you know what? That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
You know, my partner, you know, she's not big on comics, but she's really enjoying the Saga books.
A lot of people.
I've not read them.
No, no, right.
She loves it. She thinks it's mental.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, that's, people should just look around. You know, if the superhero thing doesn't tickle your fancy, go for an indie book. There is something for everyone, absolute something for everyone. One thing that I didn't think she would enjoy, but absolutely did enjoy, is Dave. Have you read Dave?
No, I haven't read Dave.
It's about a robot, and he's called Dave. It's spelled D4V3 or VE, I don't know, but it's D4V, yeah, to make Dave. And it's the personality on him is very similar to Deadpool, but it's like robots were built, AI got out of control, robots destroyed all of humanity, and now they just carry on living like humans.
And it's
either Image or IDW, I think.
Sorry, mate. Put you on it then.
Say it again.
I put you under the cosh then, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. I'm just going to find it now. Oh, you haven't put me right in it now, haven't you? IDW. There it is. Yeah, so IDW did them. They only did 3 volumes. It was Dave 2, and Dave-ocracy. But they're very fun books. I really enjoyed them. But getting away from things now, I want to ask you one more thing. Yeah. Going back to the whole writer, artist kind of thing. What would you say draws you more? Like, is it the writing or is it art?
Well, I'm just going to narrow it down because I've got a massive selection of my favourite artist at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
He's, if you can't
guess. Is that Scotty?
Oh, my God, it's Scotty Young.
Scotty Young, yeah.
There are so many.
Oh, let me put you on.
There's some seriously amazing covers here. We've got Black Cat. We've got his Scream variant. Agents of Atlantis #1. Strange Academy #1. There's the list goes on, mate. It just goes on and on. Look, Powers of X. I think this is #3 of 6. He literally, I just love the authenticity of his drawings and stuff. It's wicked. Like, he's one of my
very unique.
Not a lot of people know it, but I'm a massive Scott Young fan. Like,
yeah.
Anything he touches for me, I'm grabbing. Like, I'm not an X-Man fan. I've watched the films, and then where it kind of jumped to a multiverse where Deadpool was actually not Deadpool in the first Wolverine film, and I was like, right, I don't know what these writers are on. But I'm not really an X-Man fan, but I've got near enough every single comic of Power of X, every single cover, because it was done by Scott Young.
Purely because of that?
Purely because of that. I mean, I've read the comics, but I've just jumped in and out. I haven't followed the story arc or anything. But Scott Young, for me, is one of my favourite. Not a lot of people know that. They'll probably think, like, oh, he likes, I don't know, he likes, who is it? What's his name? In-Hyuk Lee and things like that, because of
Alex Ross, maybe.
Ross, really graphical artwork where it's like toned stuff. I love comics because it looks like a comic book character. Do you know what I mean?
But then they're not far off the Funko Pops, are they?
Do you know what I think? That I mean, that hair that ties back to a Funko Pop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think through and through, I'm a kid at heart. I'm Peter Pan. I'm not growing up. And my wife has always said she's got 3 boys. Technically, she's got 4 because I'm the worst one, and I'm the worst one. And I am a kid. I'm just a geek who loves comics. And for me, Scotty Young he's one of my favourite artists of all time.
How long has he been going for?
He's probably been going longer than I actually know, but it's just his artwork is timeless, and it's so it's him straight away.
Yeah, 100%. Like I did as soon as you held them up.
Like, and I mean, some of the artists other than Alex Ross out there who straight away, some of the other artists kind of merge into one, and you kind of think, is it him? Is it him? Oh no, it's not. And then you look, and it's like, oh well, it's not. He did the variant cover, but I'm looking at that one thinking it was him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotty Young is one of my favourite artists. My writer, I've got to say, at the moment is Donny Cates.
Donny Cates, yeah.
It has to be. I mean, as I've got older, I've started to get into writing a lot more. Not doing it myself, but actually when I was young,
appreciating it.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you can kind of see since I've started doing this stuff and like talking to people about it, you can really see the relationship between the writer and the artist. And I'd always look at a comic and go, oh my God, it's an amazing cover, I'm going to get that. And then just flick through it, wouldn't even read the words, just like look at the artwork. But now I kind of read a comic 2 or 3 times over and see how the writing links in with the art.
And vice versa.
Vice versa, exactly, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I definitely see that kind of thing, but I've not read Donny Cates, but I will be reading him soon. I'm getting crossover when that comes out. From Image, is it?
I see it. Yeah, I see a preview of that the other day, and it just looks. I think one of the quotes was Donny Cates couldn't decide what superhero to use, so he used all of them.
He just does what he wants,
and it's just incredible. And I was speaking to a friend of mine, Philip Kennedy Johnson, who wrote Marvel Zombies Resurrection and also The Last God. And he's got a massive thing coming up with Marvel and DC within the next couple of months.
Awesome.
So, and I think it's kind of the world's worst kept secret, but it seems to be that DC and Marvel are going to do a collaboration of some sort, but just no one knows when or how it's going to happen. Now, is Donny Cates starting this? I don't know, but it's definitely an interesting time to be a comic collector, a comic reader.
Definitely. Well, maybe I might jump in somewhere. Who knows?
Who's your favourite artist? I'm flipping it around on you, sorry, mate.
Oh, that's fine. My favourite artist at the moment, I'm going to go for Dan Mora.
Dan Mora, yeah.
His lines are so clean, and that's what I really like. It's just something so pleasing about looking at his art, and like. It is definitely the outlines that I'm a big fan of. Like he's drawn some stuff for Scooby Apocalypse, but he's done Once and Future. He does things for the Power Rangers stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's just Go-Go he does stuff for, or if he does stuff for Mighty Morphin as well. But he's definitely more prevalent in Go-Go.
I think it is Mighty Morphin, and he's done the latest Draken.
Yeah, New Dawn.
Yeah, I think he did that as well. But yeah, I can totally see what you mean about his line work. It's impeccable.
Yeah, it is amazing. But like, it's the kind of artwork where you can go, that is Dan Mora, that is Scotty Young and stuff. And then on the flip side, there was one book I struggled with the art. I've spoken about this before, but I managed to come to appreciate it later. Was the art in Die by Stephanie Hans. Have you read Die?
Do you know what? I haven't read Die. I mean, I've seen did she do the cover artwork as well?
Yeah, I think so. But I think this is her first book where she's done the actual pages and not just
that ties in behind
cover.
You've got like the triangles and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Just a big D20, yeah. So that's my favorite artist, and I'm going to go, Dan Mora. It's a big contender for me.
Would you suggest Die to read?
It depends if you like if you like role-playing stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder and stuff like I do, like I've been a dungeon master for people before for Dungeons and Dragons. So reading it, I kind of had that was like my link. It's nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons at all, but it has that role-play kind of feel to it. I compared it to I've done reviews on it, and I've compared it to like Jumanji.
Okay.
Kind of thing, where it is just about people who get sucked into this role-playing world through this like magic dice, pretty much.
Okay.
So it does have a big like a big Jumanji vibe for me.
That's why it's got you. Right, okay.
Yeah. But I definitely recommend it. The trade is quite cheap at the moment. There's only 2 out. Third one is coming out 22nd of December. Already got my eye on it. But yeah, it's really cool. They do some fantastic variant covers as well for the issues. But I am just picking up the trades for it. Yeah. But I don't know. If you like that kind of thing, give it a read. Won't harm at all.
Definitely, no. I definitely think I like all like the mystic and magical arts and stuff. So
yeah,
I might give that a read. I can add it to the list.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I just mentioned it, but the thing I think the trouble I had with Stephanie Hans was the fact that there weren't any outlines.
Yeah,
that's the difference. But with Dan Moore and Stephanie Hans, such contrasting artists, but I still managed to appreciate it eventually. Like the first time reading her books, I was like, "Ooh," but then I was like, "Okay, right, I'm getting into it now," and it suited the story and the style, and I liked it a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah, strange being asked questions. So.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I've gone into presenter mode.
That's fine. Thank you very much. It's nice. At the same time, I want people to watch these videos to get to know all these other people, so they might as well get to know me as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but I think that may be all. Is there anything else you want to talk about, though?
No, mate, I just want to say thank you for having me on. That was great. I mean,
no problem.
You are such a likeable guy. You've made me feel really comfortable. I've really enjoyed talking to you. Sometimes you go into these things, you're like, oh my God.
What time is it? I
feel uncomfortable here. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. But perfect, mate. The way that you ask the questions and stuff, and it all flowed perfectly. So
thanks,
thank you very much for having me on, mate.
That's okay. Before you go, tell us what's coming up soon for you. In the next week or two.
Going to have you on the show. We'll be talking about it'll be the Killer Comic Show. So we'll be talking about what comics have come out that week. We'll be discussing it. I think this is going to be probably the first indie one, like sole indie that we properly do, because obviously the rest of them have been like DC and Marvel. We've got some unboxings coming up. We've got some reviews coming up on the Friday. It's kind of like a Monday is the top comic releases, then the Thursday is the Killer Comic Show at 9 p.m, which is the live show, and then on the Friday or Saturday is the comic reviews.
Nice. What are you reviewing?
I am reviewing Commanders in Crisis #1.
I'm looking forward to this. I actually wasn't aware of it until like this week, so I'm actually going to go to a comic shop tomorrow and see if they have it.
There's about 3 or 4 different covers that are coming out. I'm going to be picking up the Peach Momoko one. And this came on my radar about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was kind of like, wow, am I going to pick it up? And then I see one of the comics that came out, and I thought, yeah, this has swung me now. Like, it looks insane. The story premises, it looks wicked. So I'm very much looking forward to reading that tomorrow.
Who is that? Who's published it?
It has been published by. You've put me on the spot.
Put you on the spot now.
It's published by. Let's go. That's Image Comics.
Image, okay.
That is Image,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5. I think Dan Moore has done that as well.
No way.
Let me just check. Oh no, we've got Peach Momoko variant. We've got a Stefan Sejic, and we've got a David Tinto, and there's a 1 in 10 incentive variant.
Oh, nice.
It looks wicked. It looks. I think this is 1 of 4 as well. So it's only a short run.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got that. We don't find them till we're dead. Is it? We don't find it is.
We only find them when they're dead.
We only find them when they're dead. It's kind of got that feel to it, and a kind of an essence of something is killing the children. So
nice.
It looks awesome.
Sounds like a bit of me then.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to reading it, and we'll be talking about it on your show, and that's going to be awesome.
Yes, it will be.
Nice.
Thanks for having me on, mate. It's been great.
That's okay, no problem. Thanks for coming, and I'll speak to you soon.
Always come last.
It's your new tagline. Thanks a lot, mate.
That's all right.
See you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.